Hi everyone. Right, now let me see if I can keep this straight. The little slipper things have come in, and they're just cotton based, but you need to cut. In fact, I might do that as well, because these are the ones that are going up for sale. This is going to be in the kit, and this is like a sticky, it's like a rubber there. So when you put your wadding in, I'm going to cut the shape for the shoe in chipboard, so that'll keep that firm, and then you'll get enough wadding to fill that with a piece of fabric, like a cheesecloth fabric, that will, all you do, it'll be an oval shape, and I'll just cut them in pieces, you can cut it oval, and then all you do is cut it into an oval, just cut the corners off, you'll get your shape, sew it all the way around, and then pull it in and fill it with wadding, and then pop it into there. Now the way to do these, when you go to put your ribbon in, because you will get the ribbon as well, that you can, you know, like a ballet shoe, is when you put the ribbon on, glue it into the side of the wadding, and then that way it'll give you that shape of the shoe. But that's on the video. I've shown you how to do that. All the videos are up of how to make these. But we will be doing it again when I start with the putting the shoe together. For now, I'm just going to be sharing with you how I create some flowers and leaves. Now, I do have this. It is a seam binding. We do sell it in the shop. I think you get 3 meters of it, and this is a crinkle one, and all you do for that is you can colour this with your Copic markers, and while it's wet, crunch it all together and just do that with it, and you get that shabby look. So you can use that, or you can use it like this. That's what it's like before. So you can use that, and then I've got this coming in. I'm just waiting for it to come in, because that's all I've got left. But I've got bought a load to go in the kit, and the one I've bought as well has got a little bit of hessian with it. So I bought this and some with hessian, because it gives it a nice texture. You know, it's just something different. So you'll get some of this in your kit. Now I've left the shoes downstairs. You've been seeing what I've been, you know, what I've been making, the slippers that I've altered. So like I say, we're just going to be showing you how to do the flowers. And like I say, there's this one, using this on the leaves, but you can make your own leaves, you don't need to use that. So what I'm going to do first of all is to make one of these, and to do that you're going to need, where are you? I've got to find all my equipment. Right, let's have a look. First of all, we need the pink, so I'm just going to get some pink. Now, you can use any kind of ribbon. Oh, and before you start, always make sure your needles are ready, because it's awful trying to mess about, you know, put your knots in the end and everything. I have one with green that is a fine needle, because you have to get between wires and God knows what else when you're sometimes when you're stitching. And then I have my long needle, because obviously it's to do the flowers with, and it does help with your hands. Try and match your threads up with your these, but it doesn't matter, because you can use Copic markers to colour them in and whatever. So right now I'm just going to use a pink. Now a good idea is if you use the white, then you can colour it whatever colour you want. So really, when I sit at home on a night, I make everything in white, and then I colour them with my Copic markers or my inks. So like I say, we need some pink, and I'm just going to share with you how, when I can find what I've done with my blooming scissors. What have I done with my scissors? Scissors. There we go, in front of my eyes. Yeah, I would say we're going to we'll level that off. We're just going to make this little 1-inch flower. Now what I do is, I'd say that, so that's about 1.5 inches. So that was 1, and then it's going to be turned over like that, 1.5 inches, turned over like that, 1.5 inches cut. Okay, so we're going to make a couple of those. I'm just going to make sure these are about the same length. I will make 3. Bit smaller, might not. Now, you don't need to seal these off or anything like that, because these don't, you can do, they don't seal very easily. Look, they set on fire. So I don't generally seal these because you can hide them behind your stitching. So I'm going to take hold of my needle, and I'm using the large needle. Fold it over to start with. I don't know how other people do it. This is how I do it. And it's always worked. Give it a tacking stitch. Okay, and then we're going to go like that. Along the edge you've just... It's along the edge you have just bent over. And then we're going to go 6 stitches. Just small ones. You don't need to do large. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a bit more. There's about a 2-inch one anyway. Bend that over. So across the top, you just need about 3 stitches. Pull that out the way. You don't want to split that because you won't pull it. It won't pull in. There's a couple of stitches in there. Oops. My scissors. And then we're going to do 6 stitches again. 1, 2. And you're doing the outside. 3, 4, 5, 6. Fold that over. That's my stomach, but I have been fed. Like that. This doesn't have to be perfect. Oh look, I have done that. I've took my needle off. It gathered. Oh. There we go. Just pull that out again. Pull that out. Like that. And then we're going to go to the end. But before you get to the end, just tuck that in like that. I do it because it helps. And then sew to the end. Now, instead of pulling it now, right, there's your petals, 1, 2, 3. Now, what I do is I ease it down to the end. Don't pull it tight. So we've got that loosely, because you need to grab this properly. But before I do that, I go into the end here. Right, just ease that together. And you see you've got that. Then what I do is I pop my thumb just there. And then I gather that up. And it gives you a nice flower, see? Because if you do it and you just gather it all up together at once, it doesn't really look right. So I don't do that. I do it this way. Alright, okie dokie. And then we just, a couple of stitches in there. Like that. Now I'm not going to put anything in the centres just yet because I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing. Just keep tacking that. Snip. And just with your lighter, be careful. It's just to get the end like that. There you go. And that's my first flower. So we'll make another one. And hopefully, I hope you can see. Oh, I'm going to move down a little bit, I think. Can I move that down? Yeah, we can see. We'll do it here. Again, like I say, fold that over. Tacking stitch. I keep pulling my thread off. I use long thread and a single because you don't need to double up on things like this. Outside edge, so you're sewing down that little fold. Keep it all pretty loose. 6 little stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Fold that over. Watch you don't get that caught up. 1 or 2, doesn't matter, you can put 2 or 3 in there, really doesn't matter, it'll all hold together. And then 6 more stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fold that over. Just fold it towards you. Watch this thread doesn't get caught. So if you split that, once you go to pull it, it won't pull. You'll end up having to unpick it. A couple of stitches in there. Turn that around and you do, well, you stitch to the end. Not 6 more, so if it takes 7, it takes 7. Doesn't matter. Oops. Before you get to the end, fold that over. Okay, so now we've got that. Pull it from the bottom section. So you're pulling this. Right, just pull it into shape. Pull it down. Don't pull it tight. Make sure all your flower's the right way. Take the needle into the first corner where you started. Pull them 2 together. Flatten that out. See, like that. Thumb there. And just pull that in and ease that. And then you can just gather this up. Couple of tacking stitches and then snip, and you do have a little hole in there, so what I can do now, if I chose to do that, and let me just find out what I did with my tub of centres. Here we are. See, I've got some of these little so I'm just going to take 4 of these stamen, fold them in half. Oh God, now that was a thing, wasn't it, Fee? Should have had your glue gun on. Right, well, like I say, we can twist that, hopefully, poke that through. Oh, let me get the right way for my flower. Choose which way you want it to be. And pull that in, and look, that makes a perfectly good little flower. And then leave this, because when it's glued in, you've got the start of your stem. And to that, we can then add, let me just get this out of the way. Take my needle with my green thread. And then I can use the, oh, where's it gone? There we go. A little bit of cord. Now, I could use wire and wrap the wire, but I don't want to do that for now. I'm just going to use this little bit of cording, I think. Yeah, there we go. So I've just got a little bit of green cording when I can find the end of it. There we are. Just cut a piece off. I mean, I say you can. Let me do it with a bit of wire, I think. Let me just show you. We'll do it with a bit of wire. Cord or wire, doesn't matter. Apart from the fact that it makes a difference at the end. When you're applying this to a shoe or something like that, you can now when the glue's ready, I will attach that to there, and then when you cover that with your green, you automatically have something you can bend around a shoe or something like that. And as soon as it's going to go on a shoe, I'll wait for that to set. We'll just wait for the heat glue gun. Won't take long. My mistake, but never mind. Can't always get it right, can we? Let's see about putting these in. And now normally I will put a little bit of glue on, then twist it in my fingers and it'll stay put. But as I haven't got one, I'm just going to do that for now. So that's 2 of those. I am going to make 2 more, I think. Now, where did I put that bit of wire? There we are. Just going to clip a little bit of wire for that one. And I'm going to do another couple of flowers. So we need a little bit more wire for my 4 flowers. I'm going to make 4 of them. Where did I put my needle? There. I won't need you in just yet, not while I do this. I'm going to go back to using my pink again. Not my finger, not my fingers. You're not going to knot your fingers. You can use your thumb and finger. Okie dokie. Right, I'm just going to get another little bit of this here. Like that. There we go. Right. Again, fold over. They make beautiful little flowers. Really pretty. Now, I've got a little bit too much left there. Pull that in and then... That's it. That'll do. Along the edge. Like so. Bring that back up and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I just find these are the perfect size. Fold over towards me. Yeah, I might not have cut this as long as I should have done, but never mind. Doesn't matter because you can have them all different sizes. Oops. Now if I get red on that, that's my blood. You stuck the needle in me. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Might just get away with this one. Turn that over. Watch this one doesn't get caught. I'm just going to do a couple of stitches in there. Oops. Like that. I won't fold this one over on the end because I haven't got enough left to do that, and I want to make sure I've got that length. And then down the side. And now we've got all that loose, pull it down. Make sure it's all facing the same way. Go back into the beginning. Pull them together. Don't want that to bleed. Thumb and finger and ease it. You can feel it, watch. You can see that pulling in, see? Like that. And then we just give that a stitch. Little tacking stitch to hold together. Like that. There we go. Sorry about that. So, like I say, now, I don't know how many I put in there. Was it 4? I think so. Was it 4? 2, 4, yes. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you with mine. This is what I do. I put a little bit of glue on them. Just to scrape it, just a smidgen, and do that, and it holds it together. And you could make loads of those, sit and make them while you're watching TV. And then what you do is, and it helps you, you know, to put your stem, to make your stem. So I'm just going to, little bit of glue in there, and then poke that down, like that. Just leave that to set. So we're going to do it with this one as well. Again, just a smidgen of glue just to bind it together. That's all you need. Like that. Find out which way you want your flower. A little bit of glue in the centre. Poke your flower through. Pull it down. wherever you need it, and there you go. Let that set. A little bit much on there, wipe that off. There we go. If you don't feel confident putting your glue on first, pop that in like I had before, and then poke it through, and then glue it. Because it can set pretty quick, see? They can set pretty quick, but that's fine, I think. Oops. All the strands. I'm just going to make sure we've got a hole, yeah, to work with. Put my needle away. Take some more of these. They don't have to be, you know, perfect together. I'm just a bit OCD. There we go. What I mean is, which way do we? Yeah, we'll have it that way. So we can pop that in there. You can do it this way if you're not confident to glue it first, and then just pop a little bit of glue either side, and then when you pull it in where you need it, there, see? So we've got those. Oops, mine's running away with me. So now we're going to put the stems on. Now, you've also got to get a little bit of, let's have a look. We'll use this green, I think. No, we're going to use that one. Yeah, we'll use this one. So I've taken the green. We can use white and then colour it later, but you don't want it to run into your flower. So we're going to make a little leafy thing to go underneath it first, to attach underneath your flower. I just trim mine, like again, fold it over. I don't need to trim it yet. Like so. Now I've not cut this to length at the moment. I'm going to see how much I need first. Okay, now I'm just going to really, you don't have to be perfect or anything like that. This you're going to be gathering. So, there we go. Just do a running stitch. Don't catch that thread, otherwise you won't pull nothing. Now I want a fair bit of mine underneath so it can be seen. So, oh, I don't know. We'll see. I've probably done 4 inches, 5 inches, something like that. Snip it away. I folded it backwards, so I'm just going to go back to where it should be on that side. Right, see? So I'm going to fold it over now, that way, and then just catch it a couple of times with a little stitch just to hold it down, like that. And then this one, just pull. That's all you're going to do. Don't pull it tight. It's very similar to the flower, but we didn't put our thumb in it because we don't want that. We want a half circle type of thing, and then just stitch that in. Just stitch that in, as it doesn't have to be even or anything like that. You just need it so that it'll wrap around. Right, see, like that. So now what I'm going to do is to wrap that in there, like that. Hold it all together, and then stitch the 2 sections, the left and the right side, together so it catches it. Once you get it going, a couple of stitches, you don't need to do much, like that. So then you've got that, and they look really pretty. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the same one, and this is, it can be tricky. So I rest that on my finger like that, leave a little bit off, pop that on there and wrap it over like a right to left but downwards. See, downwards, not straight across, downwards. And then what I can do is pin that together in between my fingers and do a really quick stitch this side of it and then go over it like that. Now this is what I do. Okay, take my rod. Now I can glue that in. Just a little line of glue. Glue that in like that. Okay, and then we take the left section over the right like that. We're just going to wrap it over. It's not going to go anywhere because you've glued it on. And I'm just going to glue a little bit more. Take my needle thread out the way and just attach it like that. Then take the needle and we're just going to sew that into place. Now this is how I do it. You might find a different way. There, it's going through the glue. Oops, a daisy, I didn't want to do that. I'm going to take that off. Just take my thread out. I've caught the leaf and I don't want to do that. That's it. Let's go back to this. So you're basically gluing and stitching things in place to get it going. And I'm going to have to cut that now. I've shredded the end of that. See if I can get this on the needle. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now move this out the way, your thread. And what I'm going to do, I see I've let that dry a bit too much, because what you do then is while it's still soft is you wrap it round like that. Now, where's my needle? There we go. Yeah, I'm going to have to be careful how I do this. Just a couple of stitches will hold that down and then wrap. What you'll get is you do get a little bit of extra ribbon here. See that there? I'm not sure if you can see that. This little bit of extra ribbon here. But that's great because that fills out. Rather than have a thin wire, it does actually fill out the stem for you. Now you can, if you don't want to stitch it, you can just glue it all. It doesn't really matter. I like to do a bit of both, to be honest. But make sure you're in the right way with your needle and thread. There we go. See? And that holds that on. But you can glue that into place. You can actually, when it's sat on your project, it's like that, so it doesn't matter. So I think what I'm going to do now is just leave that there. And I'm just going to glue mine a little bit, I think. Keep this out the way all the time. And we scroll down, keeping that out the way. And you'll have to unwrap it again. Like that. And then now and again, where's my needle gone? Now and again, we'll need a little stitch. Just because you need to get your thread down to the bottom section. Like that. You know, if you find a different way or you want to do it differently, go ahead. I like doing it this way because it does actually keep them neat. Like that. I'm just catching it underneath. I might just put a little bit more glue on there. You can do it on there and then just scroll down like that. It will hold it in place. Now, when I get to the end, like that, I flip that just a little bit. I'm going to cut that, it's too long. Okay, I'll see if I can get my tweezers to... No, it won't work like that. This is a thicker wire. I'm just going to pin that down. Right, let me get my pliers. Here we go. Pliers. Keep hold of it. Oops. Like that. Pin it down. And then continue to wrap that. Like that. And when you get to the end, I glue that rather than my bloody fingers. A little bit more, and then fold that over and start to go back up the stem. That's how I do it. Probably a lot of faffing about for some people, but it does secure it. And I'm just going to singe, just really quickly singe like that, the ends. Like that. Right, and then what I do, where's my needle? See, I've got this, where have I got this? Here we are, wrapped itself round. Then what I do is I take that and I start winding it down the bottom to the end and back up again, like that. Back up the stem. And then take my needle, a couple of stitches here and there when you reach that top section. And that is tight, nice and secure. Like that. Now that is actually going to lay like that. So that's how I make those. Those are going to be done later on. I'm not going to do them again now, because you can play that back. How I've done that one. Oh, we're going to add the leaves. Let me put them there, because that's for that. So now what I'm going to show you is add the leaves. Now, all I did, I just used the thread. You can just glue them on. Let me just see. Which actually I might just do. I've got some here. You just cut the little single leaves off. Shape them. Dab a glue. And then, like I say, that's going to lay flat there, like that. So I'm going to put my leaf here. Just on there. Like that. I'm going to take another leaf. Dab of glue on it. That's going to go there. Oops. Just need a dab. Like that. Now you can stitch them if you want to. It's just as easy to put them on like that. Okay? And then like you say, when your project's on your thing like that, it covers it. Now the other one I want to do is I can make another one of these. If I'm not quite happy with that, I can make another one. I've got like a piece of wadding here, look, that's nice. So it's not a big shoe, so we don't need loads. Just to shape it a little bit, like so. Get rid of your rubbish. Okay, I'm going to need my needle. Have I got enough thread on it? Yes. Yep. Not on the end. Yep. it'll take that off. I don't want that to... Yeah, my hands are starting now. Oh, it's really... It's so annoying. Right, tack that thread in. Just give it a good tack. And then just go around the edge. You don't have to be perfect at all. So this is all going to be in your kit. I wasn't going to make the shoe, but I'm thinking I'm going to have to, because this is what you're going to be doing. This is why you're going to buy the kit. And then you can follow along on the videos. Might take 2 or 3 videos. We'll see. Don't forget, you've only got a small slipper. It's about 6 inches. There we go. Just keep going round till you get to the beginning. Like so. There we go. See, it's not that much, look. Similar. Get my wadding. I'm not going to put lots in. There's no need. You need to shape it roughly. Like that, isn't it? Pull that. Hang on, my thread's coming off. Yeah. So I'm just going to now stitch this really roughly together, because you're not going to see it. It doesn't matter. And this is where you can shape it if you need to. Just tack that together. Like that. And then just tack that off. That's about right. I'm not even measuring it. About right, it'll do. I'm showing you, you can take a lot more care with yours than I have. See? And then we take that and we... Oh no, first of all, sorry. You need to get the chipboard. Sorry. Here we are, piece of chipboard, which I'm going to do the foot with. And it is basically... Yeah. Basically that, isn't it? So you'll get that and you'll round that off. Yeah, I might just take that in a little bit. That's all you have to do to give it the shape. And then take that in a little bit more. Let's have a look. No, too big that. Like that. Take that in a bit more. Because it only has to be basic. It's only making sure that your shoe stays flat. Okie dokie, let's get this in. Might need to change it a little bit, but who cares? And then we put the shoe in, the wadding in. Right, that's not quite big enough, but that's fine. I like this at the back. That's a nice heel. So what we can do now is stuff that. Just stuff it. And use your glue to hold it in. like that. See, you've got your little lace. We're going to do that. Okay. This is all going to be covered, so it doesn't matter. But I'm just going to attach mine to this. Right. Like that, just at the front. That's all you do. Never mind the shape of the shoe, we'll get that going in a minute. Now, you see I need that in. I need that pulled in slightly. So one way to do it, which is cheating a little bit, but hey ho. Like that. And go straight through the other side. Carefully. Just carefully do it. Like that. And you can pull that in. And then give yourself a little tacking stitch here. And just pull it in. That's good enough for me. I don't think the glue went on it last time. My glue gun's buggered. Right. I just need to push that in there, that's it. In there. That's it, like that. There you go. Perfect. Nice little shoe. So now what I'm going to have to do is do some leaves. That's going to fit this. Although I thought I had some done ready. But I'm going to show you how to do them. So what I'm going to do is take this, which is a broader satin. It's silk actually, not satin. And I've cut about 4 inches, right? And I'm just going to make a leaf. Fold it in half. Take your tweezers, and you need it at an angle. So this is the folded edge. Tweezers to the point here, but keep it about 1/2 inch here. Cut. Don't waste that. That makes a leaf. It makes a cup. Take your lighter and seal that together. Like that. Now I need 2 of those. And did I measure them? No, but it not to worry. We said about 4 inches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, folded together. Like that. Take your lighter and seal it off. And pinch that together. Now, I need some new thread on my green. Like I get to say, keep it single. I'm keeping all my threads single. Okay. Right, so now that's sealed. All I'm going to do is go from here to there. Either way, doesn't matter. Like that. I know a lot of people start here first. I'm a bit what's it about doing that because I don't like mine pulled in too much, if you know what I mean. Well, it's really awkward. I know what I mean. I don't mind it pulled in the middle section, but I don't like the ends pulled in. See? And we've got that size of leaf. So I just do a little couple of tacking stitches to hold that. Then I go and do the sides. It just sits better for me. So then I start at one end, like that. Oops, I put a bloody knot in it, woman. Right, let's do that again. That's because I didn't put a knot in it. There's a few stitches just there. Over to that side. To the end. Now, this is where I don't want to pull it in too much. I just, that's it. And then a couple of tacking stitches. That's the only reason why I do it like that. And that gives me that leaf. So, and that's about the right size, I think. Do we need it smaller? No, we'll do it that size. So I'm going to glue that into place. Now, I'm not going to do left and right. I'm just showing you one. You will do left and right. Yeah. Oh, you might want to do two different ones. It's totally up to you. Okay, now I'm going to do a rose, and I think no, I'm not going to do a rose, but I'm going to do this flower. I've taken some gross grain. I'm not going to measure it because I'm not sure how much I'm going to need. This one you can seal at the end, so just seal that. I need to get some fresh thread on my pink, not the end. Now, the way we did this little flower is exactly what we're going to do, but you can have 2 petal, 3 petal, 4 petal, 5 petal, 6 petal. Completely, you can have as many as you want. It's completely up to you. So, let me just move my other needle because I don't want to end up losing it. So what I'm going to do now is start at this end and do a couple of stitches there. And then I'm going to do, we don't want a too big a flower. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it doesn't matter if you use satin or gross grain. I like gross grain because it holds. And that's like a rib. Not sure if you can see that. It's got a rib to it. For those of you who don't know, that is. So we've done 5 stitches. We've gone 2 up the side, 5 along, sewn across the folded edge, 5 stitches again. We do sell all of this, but this will be in your kit. What did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's fine. Pull that over. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fold that over towards you. I love this flower. It's really pretty and gathers well. And I'm going to do some buds in a minute. So that's 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do another one. There we go. So we've got that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That gives us 4 petals, I think, doesn't it? Cut. Mind your thread. Seal. To the end. and then again work it like we did for the first one, for the first flower. You've got to see what it's doing, and it all has to lay the same way. See, like that? So we'll just pull that down a little bit more. Now, with this particular petal, you can do the rolled rose like that. See? If you want to do it that way. It's the same way, but you just use, you know, just... it can do the same way of stitching. That trim can make different flowers. Now, we're going to join these up, like we say, and you hold it like we did before. Is all mine the right way? I'm not sure if mine's the right way. There we go. Just pull it in. That's it. Pull. And that's a big enough flower for me. I can then fix something, pull it as tight as you want so you've got the size flower you want. And then we tack that off. Okay, that'll do. That'll do that one for now. So we've got that. Now that is going to go here. I don't know where to put it there. No, I'm going to do it there. Like that. Place it where you... I'm going to turn that around. Place it where you want it. So I'm going to do mine there. Now, and what I might do... Do you know what? I'm going to cut this. Bit of glue. And I'm just going to put that as a centre piece. Oh, isn't that pretty? Oh, that's beautiful. Look. Isn't that gorgeous? Love that. Yeah. Now what I'm going to do is to trim the shoe up. I've got another leaf there if I want it. I might do yet. I'm not sure. I might put another one. I'm not sure. This looks like a left shoe. It looks like a left shoe. I'm going to have to change it. But this is so easy. Take it off. Re-glue it. It looks like I was doing it on the inside of a shoe. Look, see, it leans to one side slightly. So that's it. That's where I need it. Somehow it didn't look right. I'm putting it on that side. That's it. Oh dear. Right, so now, like I say, we've got this one that we made earlier, and I'm going to shape it because I do want that to fit there. So all I do now is to glue that. I've shaped that for now. That'll do there, that's fine. We can spin that around, we can do what we like with it. No, I like it like that. I'm going to bring that in slightly. See, it's going up the side. Yeah, I like that. I've got a little berry. Not sure if I want to use that. Here's another one of these, remember, and then we've got that one as well. I don't need any more than that, but I'm going to put a bud here. So now I'm going to show you how to make the bud. And I'm going to make the bud out of the gross grain. So you take a piece of 2-inch. Like that, right? Watch how I fold it. We're not going to do it, you know, like that. And of course I didn't put the knot in the end, ready for the next session, next bit. Okay, we'll do that again. Fold, fold, 1/2 inch gap, turn it over, tack. I keep breaking myself. So across the bottom section, I'm hoping I do not get blood on this. Like that. And then before I pin that, I have to sit that in there. Will that go? Yes. Right, that's fine. Pull. Pull it tight. Actually, I might not need to. I did do it with a different colour before when I did mine. But I don't think I will. I think I'll just stick this as it is. Yeah, that's fine. I like that. That'll do. I don't need to. Wrap the cloth around. And then what I'm going to do is, again, need this. Now, do I want to do it? Yes, I'm going to do it that way. So I'm just going to glue that on. I could have sat it through, but I don't want to. I'm just going to glue mine on. Like that. Ignore that bit. Leave that like that a minute. Take another piece of your... shall we do this one? Yeah, we'll make this one. That's too big. Right, we'll get another piece. Okay, I'm just getting another, that 2-inch. It's a little bit wide. So what I'm going to do is fold that. Okay, and then fold that over. Fold that over. Just leaving a little gap here. Take my green thread. Okay, and I'm just going to give it a tacking stitch. Right, take hold of that, pop that on, wrap that around as we've shown you before. Watch your thread, you've got your pink one still. Right, that's it, that's all I want. Watch that pink thread. Right, I'm just going to take my needle off. Wrap this around. Now I don't want to cut that off because it makes, you know when you get a bud and you have this a thin stem and then you have a bit of a bulkiness there. Well, once I've put this on, you'll see what I mean when I've got to cover this stem now. But I'm just like that. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on there just to hold that. Snip it. And that's holding that. Now, just don't touch the pink at the moment. Right, just... Now what you need is to get the green again. Which I'm going to do. Just going to fold that section in. Just fold it in. It's just... Hopefully that'll hold. Yeah. Sorry, I just had to change batteries, so we're back. Right, so now what we're going to do is make the stem. Cover the stem. So, oh, it's come undone. A little bit of glue on that. Okie dokie. I'm going to cut this off, we don't need that. Okay, that's what's going to be showing on the shoe. So, just going to glue this on first. Like I say, you can stitch them if you want, but I'm just, you know, it's just easier for me to glue it. And it is a lot easier. Like that. Oop, don't put that on there, it's a lighter, you blow myself up, silly old. I do like the way it thickens up this, so it's more protective on it. Right, I'm not going to have that too long because I don't think I do anyway. Let's have a look. Here's my shoe. Whoops. That was a bit silly feet. Don't unplug it, it'll go bloody cold. Right, let's just trim that. Yeah. I don't know where to have the butt. I might have that there. Right, I'm just going to snip this now. I don't need it that long. And seal this off. And to do that, I just wrap it down till it's covered the base. Like that. And then we'll flip that up. Flip it up. And just put a little bit of glue on there. And then we just re-wrap it. And glue's not gluing. And you're not going to see this section, so. And there, I've got a perfectly good little bud. Alright. Let me just see about putting that there and putting that there. I'm not sure I even want that. Yeah, I like that, I think. I'm not sure if I need to bring that one down a bit. I might push that there. That's it. It was in the wrong place. So just shape it how you want it. I need to... Let's just glue this on first. So I'm just going to sit that next to that. See how you can shape them? And we're going to fill this out here, so that's fine. But that's how I've done my little bud. Like that. And then I'm just going to put some leafy bits on here. Let's just get this right. And then just trim a little bit off that you need. Where did I trim that? See, I don't know when I cut that now. I think it was there. And remember, your leaves go downwards, not up. They go down. Well, you can, they can go up, but we like them down. I do. So I just start and pop that on there. Now, I'm going to take this around the edge here. So for now, I'm just going to leave this loose. I might pin it in, I might not. I'm going to have another piece that goes around the shoe. Right, what we're going to do now is just put the lace on around the edge. Before I do any more, lift that up, pop that in. Right, I just wanted to come back and do the ribbons because I forgot to do them before, so I'm just going to try and steady that. Now, they're not hard to do. Pop a little bit of glue, cut the ribbon to size, curl it if you want it curled. I'm just going to do mine here, just to attach that onto the side there and have that hank dangling. And what I've done with mine is I did curl it, and it's a really quick and easy way to curl actually, which I'll share that with you. Let me just add my ribbon on here. That's fine, that'll do. Look, see, I've just curled mine. And a quick and easy way to do it, because I don't want them too curly. Let me just pull that in there. Like that, and then take that, which will pull my shoe in. Actually, I forgot to do it earlier. Just gonna remove that leaf. Oops. Like that, that's better, see? And then we've got the curly bits there. They should have gone that way, I know that, but I didn't want to spoil this. I'm going to cut another leaf and go over it. It will do. It will do. Like that, see? Yeah, that should have gone that way. I did it upside down, didn't I? But never mind, hey ho. Now, one of the quick ways to do the curl is if you take something round, pencil or whatever, and then you fasten that on and just do that, wind it up, right, and then take your heat gun and warm that up. It will actually curl it for you. So just a really quick tip. I did mine before I just put it on, but you know, it'll do that. That's how I do mine. It saves you messing about. You could wet it and then do it with not the hairdryer, the heat gun, and it'll make it even curlier. But you don't want it too curly. But that's the way to do it. And you manipulate where you want that lace to go. So I want mine to kind of, don't mash about that bit there because we can pull that in, cover that up should I say. Yeah, that's it, it can go to there, that's fine, I'm happy with that. Right, a little bit big. Yeah, I like that, that's fine. It did look like that. So that is the left slipper. See? A little slipper. It's quite cute, actually. You can glue it in the bottom if you wanted to. I'm not sure if I want... No, I don't want to. I'm fine. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put one of these on the back. But before I do that, I need to add a little bit of this trim. So I've got 3 leaves there. And 4 there for some reason, but we can add more. I'm going to take that leaf off actually. Who's that? Oh. Little bit of glue. Now I want that one here. Like that. Leave that dangling because you don't know. When you get your flower on, then you can decide where you want to put your leaf, because you might want it to go trailing over here or down the side or wherever. So just leave that there like that. I've got a spare, keep all your little leaves, all your spare ones. Now I'm going to do and this leaf, do you remember that one? I've got that other one, that little one stuck to my finger. Right, I'm just going to where's the thread? I may need to stop shortly because my hands are getting really sore. You know, I've got miniatures to finish, I've got projects to finish and that, and I can't, I'm finding it difficult doing this, but the doctor did say to keep my hands, my fingers moving. It's, when you're doing miniatures and that, it's harder than doing this. This is easy. Because I'm basically just using my finger and thumbs, whereas in miniatures you just got to grab things properly and that, and it does hurt. So I know Lynn waiting for a miniature to be finished. I will get it done, sweetheart. I really will. It's all, I mean, it's almost done. And now you're not having a peek. And I've got the other one that I said I'd give you. She's bought lots of my miniatures, as Lynn. Right, so I've just gone on the inside again. See, like that. I actually quite like that, you know. Let me just see. There's loads of things I do and then I think, oh, I quite like that. I do, actually. Yeah, so I might just keep that. I'm not going to take this off and start again. I'm going to just run that to the end. Oops. And then run that back again. Across that end. I don't want it fully, you see. I quite like that. Yeah. That's the best thing about making your own trim. How did I do that? That you can, you know, making your own flowers and leaves and that. You can do exactly what you want to do, how you want to do it, and there's no stopping you, basically. Right, there we are. That'll do. Sorry, but I think I'm going to need a break. Let me just try and fix this first. So, we've got this. Now, what I'm going to do is to glue. Yeah, that's it. Glue all the way across there. And affix this to the back. I just saw that and I thought, oh, that's different. And that is different. So I'm going to cut this. Pin that in there. Look. You can't, can you see that? It's just something different, isn't it? And then what I'm going to do, I need another one of these. I might have to make a few more of these. And that is going there like that for that shoe. I need to get another trimmings there. Let's have a look at this one. So we have to make sure we've got this the right way around. Take the spare one off.